This is Mindgeist. I'm going to read to you some quotes from Neuromancer, chapter 1. And based on that, you are going to confess something.
Shall I?
Night City was like a deranged experiment in social Darwinism, designed by a bored researcher who kept one thumb permanently on the fast forward button. Stop hustling and you sank without a trace, but move a little too swiftly and you break the fragile surface tension of the black market.
Sometimes I flirt with the idea of having a creator that's determining each of my movements, that's defining who I am at every second. And for a moment I aspire him or her to tell me what to do and how to do it. Just for a moment, sometimes, in the midst of this relentless and unbearable free will, I wish I was determined by something else, like a program, and just being pushed forward and see, just automatically what I would do in the world. Sometimes it's too much of a burden to exercise freedom. He had operated on an almost permanent adrenaline high, a byproduct of youth and proficiency, jacked into a custom cyberspace deck that projected his disembodied consciousness into the consensual hallucination that was the Matrix.
There is nothing for me. Just following what it needs to be followed. Or be, that's it. Just waiting for the night to come to lock up myself in my room and get there in the net, expanding myself through words, images, just to show maybe what I really am, in the hopes that I can reach recognition. The sky above the board was the color of television tuned to a dead channel.
Sometimes I feel that the background in my life is nothing but white noise. The same white noise that comes out of a broken TV or more than a broken TV, from a broken channel. Sometimes I feel my channel is not adequately programmed or set up. A year here, and he still dreamed of cyberspace, hope fading nightly. All the speed he took, all the turns he'd taken, and the corners he'd cut in Night City, and still he'd see the Matrix in his sleep, bright lattices of logic unfolding across that colorless void.
It's just like when I put myself on the net with an avatar representing me, like in the old days, looking for that significant other, not showing my flesh, but just the ethereal part, because I thought that it was sufficient for the other to engage with me. But in the end, face rejection. And then next day, I said I wouldn't do it. But then at night, loneliness hit. So I will jump again into cyberspace behind an avatar, bodiless. The bartender's smile widened. His ugliness was the stuff of legend. In an age of affordable beauty, there was something heraldic about his lack of it. The antique arm whined as he reached for another mug. It was a Russian military prosthesis, a seven-function force-fed manipulator, cased in grubby pink plastic.
Sometimes I feel my instincts obey to whatever beauty trends are there in the moment. But sometimes I feel that I would conform even to the ugliest, as long as it would pay me back with that currency of love and affection. I think that in those moments I see beauty more like as that platonic ideal, and not so much as like an aspiration of what matter could be, but what could really matter. The cultivation of a certain tame paranoia was something Case took for granted. The trick lay in not letting it get out of control. But that could be quite a trick behind a stack of octagons. He fought the adrenaline surge and composed his narrow features in a mask of bored vacancy, pretending to let the crowd carry him along.
20 years ago, 25 years ago, the only thing I dreamt about was to be in a big city, a metropolis, pushing through the crowd, being nothing, just there, nobody recognizing me, nobody knowing anything about me, just another condemned soul there among the others, pushing through the city with no goal, no end, no future, waiting for something good to come out of the blue, but knowing that it wouldn't come, but still pushing in that concrete jail.